I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about what people really think of you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. As you see before you, there is 3 piles of cards. Each card has a crystal or stone on it, and that's going to be your psychic linking object. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you each stone up close so you can get a better vibe of each group. Group 1, you are the Carnelian Stone. Group 2, you are the Lapus Lazuli Stone. Group 3, you are the pink Agate Stone. Okay guys, those are going to be your selections. I will include a little video with some music for those of you who need a little bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there's probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling, I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Hey Group 1, all of you that selected the Carnelian, this is going to be your reading all about what do people really think of you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, it's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity, so let's get into it and see what cards came out for you. Okay, the first card we have is Yarrow, expulsion. Okay, we have Sun God. All right. The next card is Courage. I'm feeling some Leo energy here. Let's go ahead and get this one. We have Curiosity. I'm hearing Curiosity killed the cat. We have Lady of Love and War. We have Earth Worship. Until my body is in your arms, I will worship you, dear mother of mine. I'm going to put that there. And we have Medusa, Sacred Rage. Okay, let's go through these cards. We have, if you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a hello. Summer is filled with the flavor of nostalgia and fun. This card has been coming out a lot in different readings, so that's interesting. The best things about memories is making them. Angel number 333, before you love anyone, you have to love yourself first. Okay. You are swimming against the current, swim with the flow. All right. Okay, you guys, I feel like, first of all, I feel like people are aware of how hard you are on yourself. And I tell you, I think this comes from the fact that we have Medusa here. And some of you guys may have a Medusa tattoo, okay? Medusa tattoos have a sacred meaning. And I'm going to try not to trigger anyone here. But they usually mean you've been through some kind of traumatic event. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. And these specific types of traumatic events can really mess up your sense of identity, like your connections with your vessel and your sense of self, and connections with you connecting with your vessel in meaningful and powerful ways. So I'm feeling like there may be some self-sabotaging behavior here, and people are aware of that. Okay. But I feel like you're very courageous because you've overcome so much. There's been so much trauma. There's been so many issues surrounding this Medusa card issue. Okay, so I feel like there is an aura of confidence around you. Okay, now I feel like you may not feel super confident. Okay, but this is in your aura because of what you have overcome. People connect with you as a confident person. But you may not connect with that internally at all because I feel like there's a lot of, issues with self-criticism, perfectionism. There may be issues with your vessel, connecting with your vessel, the way you see your vessel, the way other people see your vessel. There may be some trigger warning. I'm not going to go into it, but just some ED issues as well. So I feel like people see you as very strong and courageous. You may be a Leo or a fire sign. You may be a Sagittarius. I'm also seeing a Taurus here. You may be an Aries. You may be a Virgo or you may be a Capricorn. But I'm getting like you've had to really overcome a lot. Okay. Very powerful energy. And I think sometimes you take on too much. And people know that. I think you take on burdens that do not belong to you. I also feel that people know that you don't have any problem cutting people off. Okay? You have no problem cutting people off with this. If you are brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello, an expulsion. You just don't put up with any nonsense from people. It's very hard for people to get into your world in the first place, okay? Here's the thing. I feel like people really enjoy being around you with Sun God, with courage, lots of Leo energy. They enjoy having a good time with you and making memories with you. But there's also an intensity here. Now, I feel like with curiosity, you are intelligent. You may not have made a lot of really like super great grades or been a valedictorian in high school or whatever, but you're the kind of person where you love to learn and you have a certain way you like to learn, and you're really good at applying what you learn. Like you learn and then you turn it into wisdom and you actively use it in your life. You teach people by doing. You're one of those kind of people. People watch you and they learn from your life. Your life is like a testament here. And I feel like you have healed a lot, and your healing is very powerful. People, I feel like with Sun God here, encourage, and I just feel like you're very inspirational to people, and you may not realize that, okay? I feel a very active mind. Maybe your Mercury is super active. You may be a Gemini as well, but I'm just feeling like someone who's very mentally active. I feel like you may kind of get in your own way, and I think people pick up on that. Like you think yourself into a problem, or you see problems where there aren't any. You overanalyze things. You overthink things. Virgo energy. You may have Virgo in Mercury. But it's not because of... There is anxiety here, but it feels like it's related to the Medusa card issues. Like it comes from that. It's not a natural way of being. It's something that was developed by your personality as a survival mechanism. So you want to make sure that everything is good to go. Everyone's in a good place. You know, it's a mechanism for you to control your environment, okay? And people see that. Sometimes people think you're a little bit controlling, okay? A little bit micromanaging. Maybe you make a lot of lists. Some of you guys have a thing about like having a super clean house or a clean environment or order. And perhaps you understand that because maybe you need that, and you understand that's a need because you know that if your environment is chaotic, then your thoughts become chaotic. You may have that kind of connection. But people notice that. They notice that you seem to be very controlling about your environment. Okay. 3 cards came out here. We have Priest, we have Scribe, and we have Femme Fatale. Okay, so I feel like with the Priest card here, I'm feeling like energy of people feel like they can trust you. Tons of Leo energy here. Leos tend to be very loyal, very trustworthy. We're talking about the very positive signs of Leo, okay? Courageous, Mufasa kind of energy like that. Like, I think Mufasa is a character in Lion King. Anyway, very positive lion-like qualities, loyal, fights for good, and that kind of thing. Pride in the best sense of the word, but it has been a battle for you to get here. And I feel like people pick up on this armor you have, this very strong armor you wear. And this armor it's both a protection, but it's also a side effect of the wars you fought with the Medusa issues here, okay? It's like a scar that's armor. And it's because you're very strong, but you weren't really given a choice to be strong. You had to be strong because of circumstances. That's how you made it through these Medusa issues. And so you have this air about you that's very inspirational to people, especially with this Priest card, okay? People think you're connected to the other side. They feel something very otherworldly about you. And I think it's this inspirational aura that you have. And also, I feel with the curiosity here, I feel like you have a natural kind of gut. You may be psychic or something, but a natural kind of feel for people. It's almost like you developed a sixth sense about good people, bad people, like people who mean you harm. And when people don't have good intentions, you know to cut them off. So a lot of people know to trust your instincts because they're usually right on. You have really good instincts. I feel like you don't trust your primal instincts enough. You don't give in to those. You kind of like... Primal instincts can bring us a lot of joy. I feel like you overthink and overanalyze anything That's primal. And what I mean by that, like any desires you have, any wants you have a hard time kind of satiating those. And it has to do with the issues around the Medusa issue. I'm just going to keep calling it that because I don't want to trigger anybody, but we have the Femme Fatale card here. And I feel like you carry this very sensual energy and you don't really interact with it. Some of you may, okay, but not a lot. This is an energy just like the courage energy that we were talking about, the inspirational energy. It's just around you. It's in your aura. And every now and then, even if you don't interact with it, even if it's something you're trying to suppress, it just comes out. It just like presents itself, okay? So people see this and they're very attracted to it. They're really attracted to you, but they don't know how to communicate with you. They don't know how to approach you. There's something about your energy in the area of like romance that people are intimidated or they're a little put back. They don't know how to communicate with you, okay, in this area. And I just think with all this Leo like energy I'm feeling, all this courageous energy, all this overcoming energy, sun god energy, you know, you don't have any issue like cutting people off and that kind of stuff. I just feel like you can be very intimidating. And I feel like the kicker is some of you guys have no idea. You may be shocked to hear that. That's what people really think. Like you're intimidating, you're powerful, you're intimidating, you're inspiring, you're very sensually attractive. Like people have like naughty thoughts of you. Okay. I know, outrageous, isn't it? It's so outrageous to think about people might be thinking those things of you. Now, some of you, you're down in this energy. Like you found this energy and you're down with it. Okay. It just, we're at different places, group one. We're at different places on our journey, okay? Let's get some more energy here. Tell me more about what people really think of my group one. This earth worship here and the priest. It's very clear that people find you to be either you're very religious, you're mystical, there's some kind of practice you're in, but people find you to be like connected to spirit or God or a religion or something. For some of you, they might actually like talk to you about this kind of stuff, okay? You might talk to them about this kind of stuff. It may be your faith or your practice or whatever this is that helped you get through the Medusa issues, that helped you get into self-love here. And I feel like this is a journey you're still on because some of you have no idea how hot you are, okay? And part of your self-love journey is learning that you are hotness indeed, okay? You are fire, group one, all right? And it's okay for you to say, I'm confident and fire. Other people think you're confident. They think you got it. They would be surprised to know that you're not confident, that you fake it, that you have a lot of insecurities. Now, for some of you, those insecurities come from the Medusa thing, okay? They're projections from trauma that you're working through. So, you know, it takes time, okay? But it's okay for you to be feeling yourself every now and then, all right? Enjoy yourself, okay? As Rick James said. Okay, we have the Queen of Discs. I absolutely am adoring this energy. I feel the flow of this energy, and I feel like it's your energy, okay? I don't think you realize what powerful healing energy you carry. Just around, just in general, as you're just moving around in the world, people are just picking up on inspiration, healing, and grounding. You have grounding energy. Yes, you get lost in your thoughts, don't we all? But you have a connection to Earth here. And I feel it with the Queen of Discs. That is, of course, the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm feeling lots of Pentacle energy here too. So you guys might like to be outside a lot, or you have a garden, or you have some kind of outside activities. Maybe you grow plants. Maybe you have a dog. I don't know exactly. It's different for different people, but it feels very nature-based. Maybe you're just really connected to nature. But I don't think you're aware that that actually is like a mechanism for healing. Like you could channel And the priest card here talks about channeling spiritual energy. You actually channel this earth energy to people, like through this sun god. I'm hearing Apollo. Some of you guys might have been in the cult of Apollo in a past life. But you channel it through this really powerful golden aura that I'm seeing around you. You just by being, just by transmuting knowledge into wisdom, by healing yourself. You know, people are just like, look at the Queen of Discs. Look how strong and powerful. Everything you've been through. You are just so, there's so much stability with you, so much power, so much strength. It's so inspiring. And I feel like you have no idea how inspiring you are. And it's important that you connect with it. And you are missing out. Spirit wants to talk about this. You're missing out on some of your strengths. You're missing out on some really good things about life if you are suppressing this or not embracing this, or you're not really experimenting with it. I know it's hard, okay, because this is what we're healing from, a Medusa event, okay, some kind of trauma, okay, so I get that this is hard, but you have a natural ability to heal, okay. Seek help if you need it. Go hug a tree. Go swim, go grow some plants, whatever you do, put your hands in the ground, however you connect with nature, because you have a natural affinity for nature and you channel it to other people, and it's extremely healing. And right now, people need that, okay? People really enjoy being around you. They really enjoy your energy, and I don't think you realize this. Like, you're a bright light to people. People look forward to interacting with you. They really do. Some people find you really funny, okay? We have the 8 of Wands, swiftness. Ooh, lots of energy. People really, I don't think you realize how excited some people are to see you and interact with you. And I need you to just take a moment and take that in. It's okay for you to enjoy that. Enjoy that people are happy to see you and be around you. Enjoy that, You deserve that. All right, group 1, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 2, all of you that selected the Lapus Lazuli stone. This is going to be your reading all about what do people really think of you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. Okay, I may pull some more cards for clarity, so let's get into it. We have relax, peace, faith, soothe. Oh, you got a cool vibe. Okay, we have sex magic 38. I draw on my body with invisible blade, carved with the bliss of lustrous teeth. It is on the allure that I will meet blood and flesh. And here is your card. Had to block out some of it. I'm going to put it here. Okay. The next one is orgasm. Okay, thrust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to renewal. Oh my, what do people really think of you? Okay, Witch of the Winter Woods, healing. Okay, all right. We have Witching Hour Tea, introspection. We have change, obsession. Pay close attention to the friends who don't clap when you win. If you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. 666, angel number. You are about to start meeting people to connect and love deeply. Nothing haunts us like the things we don't say. Don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. Okay. All right. Well, this is complex. You have a lot of like laid back energy. I feel like you put people at ease. People feel really comfortable around you, even though you have a really sexy magnetic vibe. Okay. So it can be complicated what people think of you. I think it depends on, maybe you're a Gemini, okay, or a Scorpio. It's like you may have a dual nature to a degree where it depends on where you are, but you have a very chill vibe, very laid back vibe, okay? But you can also be just so hot, so sensual, so sexy, so attractive. And people want that. Okay, I don't want to get too graphic here, but people want that. Okay. But you're also real chill, which makes you even more like desirable. All right. And I'm picking up on all different genders here. So I do think people, I do think there's a couple of things here. If you get tired, learn to rest, not quit. I do think some people think you give up on things, like you don't follow through. Okay. But they also don't see all the steps you take before you walk away from something. They don't usually know the whole story when you do walk away from something. When you walk away from something, there is a whole book that happens. There's a whole story. There's a whole movie that happens before you walk away. You don't just give up. But people have the impression sometimes that you do. Because it's easier, especially because you have this relaxed kind, you make people so relaxed that they automatically assume that, you're very passive. Okay? Okay, I get this like bohemian, sexy, hippie vibe. Okay? A little edgy sometimes, a little rock star sometimes. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting that people notice about you. Okay. Don't trust everything you see. Even salt looks like sugar. But you're very smart. You're street smart. Like, you can read people like a book. And I feel like you don't have any problem calling people out on their BS. You have no problem saying someone's full of shit when they are exactly full of shit. You call a spade a spade. Very earth energy here, lots of water too, especially, I don't know, I'm feeling lots of water with this orgasm card. You guys take it as you will. Take it as you will. Okay, we have obsession here. Feeling a couple things. Some of you guys may literally have OCD. Okay, you may have obsessive thoughts, you may have obsessive like compulsions, and people know this about you. Like, they know you have this kind of stuff. Sometimes, you have thoughts that run over and over and over, and you kind of have to talk about it. You have to talk it out. Maybe you have certain things you have to do before you go to bed, or you have certain things you have to do before you leave for work, that kind of thing. Now, for some of you guys, you have overthinking, okay, which isn't necessarily OCD, just someone who thinks a lot. And I feel like for some of you, you are haunted about things you haven't said. Like, you will replay arguments or conversations you've had, sometimes from years ago, sometimes from that day, over and over in your head about things you should have said, or how you should have stood your ground, because you do have a little bit of passive, cool energy, and at times that passive, cool energy can get in the way of you wanting to speak your mind. However, I do feel like when you get really upset, when you get really worked up about something, your anger is very intimidating. Okay. I feel like you're slow to anger. But when you do move in anger, it can be very loud, or it can be very present. Okay. However that resonates for you. And I feel like people know your anger is very present. All right. I feel like when you want to accomplish something, when you have a goal in mind, you're very focused. Like, you have very powerful focus. You may be a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. Could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Also air here as well. Okay, let's pull a few more cards for you guys and find out more about what people really think of you. With this introspection card, which is our T, okay, I feel like you're not afraid to kind of like settle back and kind of review yourself. That's where this things you didn't say comes into play, because you will reflect on your own like shortcomings, your own like how the day went or how that conversation went, or and you'll see your own where you may have made mistakes. And I feel like you're somebody who doesn't run from that kind of thing. Like, you're very brave when it comes to introspection. I think the problem is that you try to communicate very deliberately with this Lapus Lazuli here. This is about throat chakra. And I feel like you try to communicate very, very specifically. And sometimes when you do that, you get lost in the thinking about what you want to say. And then when it comes to actually saying it, sometimes the translation doesn't go well. You're not able to get it all out. So you think about it later and you're like, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that, kind of thing. We have student here. Humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Yeah, I feel like that's you. Like, that's part of this laid back energy. I feel like there is kind of a motto here, like for you guys, that learning keeps you young. Also, lots of Aquarius energy kind of just coming forward. Learning keeps you young. Being curious about the world keeps you young. People feel like you have a young vibe. If you don't know something, you'll go figure it out. Like, you'll go get a book and learn how to do it. You're not intimidated by new things. It's more like a challenge for you to learn how to do it or learn about it. You're not afraid of that kind of stuff. And you're not really afraid of change. But you're also going to do that change in your own way, in your own time. Don't push me. Don't rush me. That's what I'm hearing. I'll do it in my own time. Don't push me. Don't rush me. And then we have the hedonist. There you go. Don't push me. Don't rush me. I need to have some fun before I do this thing. So I feel like people might know that or think that you're a little bit of a partier. Maybe you'd like to have a good time. And listen, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I think more people need to learn how to have a good time. I think more people need to really own enjoying being human. And part of enjoying being human is, having some laughs, partying, lightening up. So, but I do think people think you're a hedonist a little bit, like you like to party too much, or they judge you for it, or maybe you're their friend that likes to party a lot or whatever. So, I think you like to have a good time, and who doesn't? Enjoy your life and don't apologize for it. I think that's a laid back energy here. You might like the green. I'm getting a green kind of vibe. I like the green too. Okay. Then we have thief. Okay, you guys. Now, I'm going to tell you that some of you guys have people in your energy who are afraid of all this like sexy vibe, that either they want to hit on you, or more so, they're afraid their partner wants you. Okay, like jealousy. Okay, people get jealous of you because they think that you want their person. Maybe you have a little bit of Libra energy, and maybe flirting is just how you communicate. Maybe that's part of the communication problem. But they often think you're flirting with them or flirting with their partner, or you have flirty ways about you. So there's a little bit of that going on. All right. So, it is what it is. You can't help it. You're sexy. You're a sexy bohemian hippie, man. You can't help it. You can't help it. It is what it is. You can't help that bitches get obsessed with your energy, yo. It's just the way it is, okay? Learn to live with it, all right? It's cool. I get that. Okay, let's get some tarot for you guys. Tell me more about group 2. What else do people really think about my group 2? I'm going to be honest here. I feel immediately when I said that I heard some very naughty things. I think people have very naughty thoughts about you when they're in the room with you. Okay, like when they're face to face with you, a lot of times they're listening to you and naughty thoughts are running right through their head. Just so you know. Just so you know. Okay, we have the Prince of Wands. We have the Chariot. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. And I feel like, this is what I feel like. I feel like this is about the sexy stuff. I feel like people, even though they may have some things going on now, this is just what people think. If they were going to cheat, they would cheat with you. I know that doesn't make you feel good. But, you know, it is what it is. They think you're hot. They would definitely, the Prince of Wands here, this is hot energy. This is fiery energy. This is that bitch energy, young, hot, sexy energy. You don't have to be young, but you know what I'm saying? Like attractive, I want it, on fire energy. I'm coming for you, bitch energy. And, you know, moving towards it. Yeah. I feel victory with it. Yeah, I got some other shit going on. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, I've got some other stuff going on. I might have a partner or it might be complicated, but I still want to come over. That's what I'm getting. Some people, yeah, that's what people really think. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Hey, it is what it is. You can't help it that you're a sexy bohemian hippie. Okay? You just can't help it, honey. It's just the way it is. All right? Okay, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the pink agate, this is going to be your reading all about what do people really think of you. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity, so let's get into it and see what came out for you. We have elderflower warding. Okay. I'm hearing proceed with caution. We have lemon bitterness. We have death, parsley. I'm hearing power. Repel. Baba Yaga, loss. Oya, deliverance. The Creatrix, creativity. Season of the Witch, magic. Morning dew, when stillness does, what stillness does, the silence of one's steadiness bring. Stone circle, in ceremony, you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects the worship into yourself. Okay, and we have some days you just sit and remember. Angel number 444, stay focused. You are close to achieving your dreams. Be careful how you talk to yourself. You are listening. Angel number 888, this is a symbol of abundance. Money is about to appear in your life. Okay, you guys. Wow. I got to tell you, I feel a lot of sorrow with group 3. I think people know that I felt this with group 2, but yours is different. Yours is different. I feel like the collective overall has been through a lot of like sadness in the last like 3-4 years. And some of us are just carrying it closer to the surface. And I feel like you're carrying your loss, your sorrow close to the surface. You literally might have actually lost somebody very dear to you, and it's just the grieving process is ongoing, and people know that. Also, I feel like for some of you, there's been a big change in you, huge change. Okay, just take what resonates here. And I feel like it has to do with the transmutation of the death energy, transmutation, death energy of the bitterness energy. Okay. This bitterness, it feels like for some of you, it's from different things. Okay. Different situations. And I'm not going to go into detail on those. Okay. Because I feel like they could be triggering. But there's a lot of loss with it. Okay. And that could be loss of sense of self, loss of dignity, loss of safety, etc. Okay. And I feel like there was a time that it feels like I'm lost. I'm lost. I feel like I'm lost. I'm reading this intuitively. I feel like I'm lost in the fog. And I can't find myself. I don't know who I am. I'm just remembering what happened. People feel this. They feel this change. It's almost like you've gone from being a ghost to like living, like someone returning from the dead. That's what this feels like, someone returning to life, okay? And for some of you, this is a process you're going through and people feel it. You're very strong, okay? I think people know that you are not really good to yourself. You've taken this very hard. I think people have seen you kind of punish yourself, kind of torment yourself over this loss. So to see you transform and notice that this feels like a glow up, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper. Like this is deep healing. This is the kind of healing that you go to, the shadow for, the very edges of your personal hell. You may have addiction issues. This could be addiction. It could be all kinds of things, okay? But you have definitely, I feel like, gone into the underworld to heal. And it has transformed you. We have gambler. Willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. This is powerful. Because through this transformation of this heavy ass baggage, okay, through finding yourself, okay, repelling the bitterness and transmuting it, using it to not just heal yourself but protect yourself, you have learned the discernment of your inner voice, the discernment of energies around you. I think you're very empathic. You may even be very psychic, okay? Because I feel with the stone circle, you have become very devoted to self, and not in a bad way, in a very healing way. And now when you remember, it's no longer a remembering of bitterness. It's no longer a remembering of loss. It's a remembering and honoring what was. And it's a complete pivot of looking at a situation of loss very differently, about the gifts it gave you, of how you got to where you are right now or where you're going. I feel like some of you guys are on the journey, and I want you to know this is validation. People see what you're doing. They're picking up on it. You may be a Scorpio as well, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, tell me more. So now you're learning to gamble on yourself. You're following your gut. Okay, you're following your gut more. You're taking risks for yourself instead of other people. And I feel like you are, if you haven't, you're about to kind of step into this energy where you're going to open the door to other people. Okay, and that's going to feel risky. But it's part of this transmutation of the bitterness here. It's part of letting the bitterness go. When you let other people in, that's how you kind of know you're letting the bitterness go. The bitterness of the loss, of whatever this is, okay? People see you healing and they see you taking risks. And it's impressive after the loss you've had. Okay, I keep getting pulled to deliverance here. Tell me about this athlete. See, this is what I'm getting. This talks about personal willpower and strength. I feel like this deliverance card is talking about the development of your willpower and your personal strength. I think that is how you have catalysted this huge transformation and this change within you that people are seeing. I feel people are proud. I feel there are people around you, family, friends, the people you do have remaining in your life, because I feel like you have cleaned it up somewhat. And I feel like people are really proud of you. I feel like these two cards want to come out. We have Alchemist. There you are. Transmuting energies, changing the rhythm of your life, elevating your own energies. And we have Knight. There's the bravery. There's the willpower and the strength. Some of you guys may have used magic or some kind of alchemy here, some kind of practice to help you do this kind of work. And we have creativity. Some of you are just now really unfolding new levels of creativity within you. You're just beginning to explore it. And I encourage you to continue, okay? I feel a lot of creative flow bubbling up. And what I want you to know is that this creativity that you think is new, other people have seen in you. Okay, I just don't think you've been open to it. I think there's been a lot of negative self-talk here about, oh, I could never do that. Oh, they're just telling me that because they're nice to me. They don't really mean it. I think you have thought for a long time that people say things to you just to be nice. That people don't mean the compliments that they give you. When people say you're pretty, you don't mean it, or they don't mean it. Or when they say you're handsome or whatever, they don't really mean it. They're just placating you. It's like you've had an issue with self-sabotage, negative self-talk, or literally thoughts that block positivity, that say, oh, that's not for you, though. Yeah, but they don't know your story, because if they did, they wouldn't be saying that to you. It's almost like a trigger warning. Okay, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to say the word. Abuser has gotten into your mind and just programmed you to block everything good, every good thought that you could have. And I feel like you have gotten a hold of that parasite and literally pulled it out of yourself. Okay, and some of you have done it over and over and over to the point where you have transmuted this energy. You talk about strength. You talk about willpower. You talk about a strong character. You talk about somebody who is focused. That is you. And people see that. They see that in your behavior. They see that in the way you carry yourself. Listen, honey, you're not going to fit in that small box anymore. You're not going to fit in that small shell anymore. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. And I can feel you trying to fit into that small shell you've had, because, it's so comfortable there. Honey, you're going to have to, you won't fit in it. You're too bright. Your light is too bright. Okay, tell me more. This card here. Nine of Cups, happiness. I think you make people happy and you don't even know it. We have the Four of Discs, power, extremely powerful energy. Dominion, Two of Wands. Yes, you are very powerful. If you work magic, you are very powerful at your magic. Okay, there is just so much power and focus and determination and drive here. I honestly believe there's nothing that you couldn't do if you set your mind to it. And I feel like people around you see this. There are people in your life they are amazed by the progress you have made, and they want to know how you did it. They want to know, how did you make this happen? How did you go from bitterness to the Nine of Cups? Because I feel like if you're not there, you're going there, and people feel like a kind of contentment going on, like a happiness. Like, you got to shine, honey. You got to shine. To you, this alchemist knight who gambles on themselves, and honey, you're going to win. You're going to win. And people want you to win. See, that's the beautiful thing. You have people in your energy who have seen you overcome, transmute energy. They see you and feel you changing energetically, because this is at a deep core energetic level, this change. And if you think people can't feel it, you're out of your mind, because they absolutely do. Okay, this is something, this kind of change, you can't hide it, okay? You can't stick it in the closet and say, no, that's not happening. It's really not happening. Don't look in my closet. It's not happening. Ah, damn, you open the door. Yeah, it's happening. I would, I want to heal, but I don't want to. Okay, yeah. It's just like a reluctance to accept your power, your dominion, okay? Your happiness, okay? Own it. Own this. And I think people sense that you're reluctant to kind of step fully into it. And it's for you. You earn this. Okay, Princess of Discs and Three of Cups, abundance. And we have abundance here. You have abundant energy about you. Okay, people feel this. I think for some people, you're like a lucky charm too. There's probably people around you who have had some lucky things happen, or they're going to start to have lucky things happen. Maybe you haven't, but people around you have. And probably, I'm feeling like Spirit is saying, the reason you haven't is because of your reluctance to kind of step into your power and start like acting in that power, owning this change kind of thing. But everyone around you can feel it. They sense it. They see it. Some of you guys are like glowing. Literally, that's what a glow up is. Like your energy is glowing, like you're looking good. Some of you guys are feeling better, and you're not really talking about it, but you're feeling better. You're feeling more clear. You're connecting with your power. You're just not wanting to talk about it. And I'm just telling you, like, once you really step into this and accept the place that you're at, things are really going to change for you. In a positive way. This is very, very positive. People have a lot of positive thoughts about you. And I feel like it's difficult for you, Group 3, because you've had such intensely negative stuff to deal with, like loss, oppression, bitterness, disappointment. It's been heavy. You may have really struggled the first part of your life, or you may have had such an intense loss the last, few years that it just, took your breath away kind of thing. And these changes that you've made within yourself and in your life, they are manifesting into a lot of positivity that is coming your way. Attraction. You're glowing with an attraction of like abundance, magnetism. And it has to do with this work you've done, this alchemy you've done. You're becoming this knight, this shining knight, very strong willpower. People feel it, right? Yeah, you guys just have to accept it. Okay, it's radiating off of you. All right. Okay, Group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.